Greetings to all. Welcome to AWS Solution Architect Associate Training Sessions. I'm Leelak Srinivas, your trainer. Once again, welcome to batch number 356. This batch is specially designed for weekend only. That means this batch is scheduled from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., 2 hours on every weekend. That is Saturday and Sunday. So every weekend, 2 days. Each weekend, 2 hour session will be there. So this is a live session, and just about the introduction of this batch details. So this batch, as I stated, it is weekend batch, only Saturday and Sunday for a week, only 2 days, each day, 2 hours, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. IST. So the course fee is a nominal fees of 4,720 rupees, or in dollars it is $57. Here it is mentioned as a duration 15 days. So 15 days, please consider as a 15 weekends, plus or minus 15 weekends, Saturday, Sunday together. And coming to the general information of this particular batch, first two sessions, this is declared as a demo session, but it is a live session. We are going to start about whatever the course, whatever the session we decided to conduct. We are going to perform registration process and all other things. It is a live session. The same live session, it is free to attend first two sessions. So these two sessions also part of the 15 days, 15 weekends. So first two sessions are free to attend. No need to pay anything, no need to do any registration. Everyone can attend these 2 days sessions. That is today is Saturday and tomorrow session also you can attend without paying anything. So what is that demo session, the same live session? You are in a position to understand how the session is going on, how the faculty, the trainer is delivering the session. Is it easy way to understand? So everything you are in a position to understand how it is related to. How can I understand the concepts of this cloud technology, that is AWS? So first two sessions are free to attend. The third session, that means next weekend, Saturday, whoever completes the payment, that is, I'm going to showcase how to make the payment and other details. Third session onwards, whoever completes the payment, they will get a separate Zoom link to join these live sessions. So whatever the session, these online sessions are going to under recording. So these records will be uploaded to YouTube for everyone's understanding. You can share with your friends to inform how the training is going on. They can go through that YouTube recorded session. Our admin team, Logic Labs admin team, once the record session is completed, they will upload to YouTube, and that YouTube link will be shared on WhatsApp community. So please make sure, if you are not part of WhatsApp community, please log on to www.logiclabstech.com. I'm going to post this information on the chat window. You can click on this www.logiclabstech.com, wherein you are in a position to get, without login, without registering anything, you can get that site information, online portal, wherein you can click on upcoming batches. You can find upcoming batches information here. Upcoming batches information. You can click on here upcoming batches information, wherein you will find complete details about what WhatsApp community to be part of. Once you click on upcoming batches, of logiclabstech.com, wherein you can find the batch number 356, AWS Solution Architect, the trainer name, and when it is going to start, and what is the duration on every weekend, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. IST. Here you can find WhatsApp community link. As soon as you click on this WhatsApp community, who are not part of WhatsApp community, please join this WhatsApp community link, wherein you are going to get a regular updates about this particular batch. You may be part of other WhatsApp community, but it is important whoever planning to continue in this course, they must be part of this WhatsApp community to get a regular updates about this particular course. If you are not part of, please click on this particular WhatsApp community, be part of WhatsApp community. So here, WhatsApp community link, and at the same time, you will find the Zoom link. This Zoom link will be available for today and tomorrow. Today I already joined. If anyone wants to join tomorrow's session, that is second demo session, the free session, you can register this Zoom link to get the Zoom link registration link. Once the Zoom link is available, you can join this live session. Once 2 sessions are done, yes, Monica. If you are anyone not able to speak up, everyone allowed to unmute whenever they have a query. I'm going to give a time to ask the queries. Please wait until that. Once introduction is done, you can post your queries. Yeah, everyone allowed to speak up. Please be patient until your turn comes. Thank you. So once you log into this Logic Labs portal, wherein you can click on upcoming batches, you will find complete details about AWS Solution Architect and whatever other technologies delivering from these Logic Labs technologies. We have been delivering the different technologies, pioneer different emerging technologies, Python, DevOps, and all Terraform, any technology which are upcoming schedules. You can find that's all these training modules which you are looking for. You can look at that particular course details and course content. You can find the click on course content about the respective batch, and you can understand and you can join the demo sessions. Every batch, all these training modules, initial 2 or 3 sessions are free to attend. So you can understand what is the session and what all about course details, everything will be shared in the demo session. So coming to this batch is batch number 356, Solution Architect, AWS Cloud, and you can be part of WhatsApp community. This is important. And then Zoom link, this Zoom link is valid only today and tomorrow. And the course content, you can click on this course content, that PDF file you can download and you can see what are the course details. Once you are happy with this particular course details and the delivery of the demo session, you please click on this payment link. Once you click on the payment link, you need to look at this batch details. Who is the trainer? And are you paying the payment for the right batch? Once you complete the payment, once you are ready to complete the payment, this payment, there is no option to refund or there is no option of batch shifting. That is the details clearly mentioned here. No batch shifting, no amount refund. So happy to attend first 2 demo sessions, understand the content and is it related to my career prospects, and then decide and complete the payment. Okay, first 2 sessions will be uploaded to YouTube for your review. Again and again, you can understand and review what is the course all about and every details. Okay, so already shared the WhatsApp community link. This is to be part of WhatsApp community. Here, this online training it is very convenient to attend the live sessions. If you miss these live sessions are under record. So even if you miss any session, no issues. These sessions will be recorded, and that recorded sessions will be uploaded to LMS Graphy portal, wherein you can play that recorded sessions lifetime. Once you complete the payment, this LMS Graphy portal is available for every registered participant. Registered participant in the sense, whoever completes the payment for the respective batch, they can play that recorded videos n number of times. There is no limit, lifetime validity. Okay. And the Logic Labs support team is available Monday to Saturday between 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. IST. You can send a mail queries. You can send a mail query support@logiclabstech.com. These two mobile numbers are enabled WhatsApp. You can send a WhatsApp message outside India, or you can reach these numbers, WhatsApp numbers available. You can call on WhatsApp as well. Admin team is happy to assist you for any kind of queries. Okay. This is all about general information about this particular batch, and we are available on social media. You can log into www.logiclabstech.com. We are part of Telegram, we are part of Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. So you can find any batch first demo session, recorded sessions are available on YouTube channel. Please subscribe to YouTube and you will find number of videos, demo sessions are available on this YouTube channel. Please subscribe and understand. Now the time, if you have any queries, you can ask about this batch. Anyone having any queries until this? If you are not able to unmute, please raise the hand so that everyone is allowed to speak up. Yes, please.
Tomorrow is a continuation of today's session, or same session, like the same introduction will be given tomorrow also?
No, Monica, it is a continuation. As I said, it is a live sessions. First two live sessions are provided as a free and mentioned as a demo to understand how the course is going on.
Could you also explain the roadmap of AWS? Like there are many certifications in that. Like,
Today we are going to cover that
yeah,
certification
thank you.
roadmap. Yeah,
Yeah, thanks.
yeah. Thank you, Monica. At any point of time, you are in a position to speak up. There is no restriction. You can interrupt me at any point of time. If you are not able to unmute, then only raise the hand. No need to raise the hand. If you want to speak up, straight away interrupt me and speak up. Yes, please.
Hi, students. I am Narayana from Hyderabad.
Hi, Narayana.
Actually, I have gone through the AWS a little bit of idea here. I am from Java background.
Okay.
My main intention of joining this course is to get the certification done for AWS Architect level.
Okay.
So, is this online classes, is going to help me to get it done, or is apart from this, I need to go through any other online course or anything? Please suggest.
Yeah, definitely. We are going to come to the topic and about the course certification. And I'm going to explain what this course is meant for, who is eligible, what is the requirement to complete it. Okay, Narayana? Thank you.
Hello, sir. I'm Arshad. I do have a
Hi.
question.
Hi, Arshad. Good
Yes,
evening.
sir. Good evening, sir. So, when you say it's 15 days, so does it mean 7 weekends and one Saturday or Sunday, or completely say 15 weekends?
Yes, as I stated, it is Saturday, Sunday together as a
Mm-hmm.
2 weekends. That
Okay.
means 15 days means total 7 weekends. It is going to come nearly plus or minus 1 or 2 weekends based on
Okay.
the course continuation.
Okay, so anyhow, we are going to complete this course by month of November, right?
Yeah, first week of November it will be completed. If I'm not going to get any client calls during this session or any sickness or anything, it will continue. If the course continues every weekend without any disturbance, then it will complete by first week or second week of November, plus or minus 1 or 2 days.
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you, Harsha. Okay, let's move on. As I said, you can interrupt me at any point of time, no issues. No need to raise a hand. If you are happy, if you are not able to unmute yourself, then only raise the hand. Otherwise, you can interrupt me at any point of time. Yeah.
Hi, Srinivas Tosia here. I hope you are doing well.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening.
My name is Tosia. I have a query related the LMS access. Like it would be lifetime or it would be sent over the email after the recorded sessions.
Once you complete the payment, you are going to get access to LMS Graphy portal. Whatever the demo session record will be uploaded to YouTube. The same recorded session will be uploaded to LMS Graphy portal. So it may take, if it is a working day, Saturday admin team will work, maybe Sunday may not work. So Sunday session record will be uploaded to LMS Graphy by Monday first hour. So whoever completes the payment, they have the access, they will be having access to LMS Graphy portal from the day one. Yeah.
Okay, like I mean, even after the completion of the course, we can access it, right?
Yes, yes, it is a lifetime.
Okay.
It is lifetime, a number of times. There is no limitation.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, just I'm going to explain about what is this course all about. AWS, Amazon Web Services, just the company name, the cloud provider name, AWS, and the course is Solution Architect Associate. What is this Solution Architect Associate? We are going to understand what are the topics are going to cover and what are the topics we are going to discuss as part of this. It is not just a theory. It is live session explaining the concept, at the same time performing the lab, how to access, how to perform the action, and what are the steps we are going to, I'm going to showcase some kind of notes. These notes, step-by-step process, how to implement, how to, anyhow, we are going to have a recorded session. So you can play the recorded session and do the practical on your own. Yeah. So first of all, introduction, course overview, the training procedure, and questions for this particular today's agenda. Every day, the session will be continued today's agenda like this. What is the session number 1 and today's agenda: introduction, course details, certification path, registration for free tier account. Once registration is done, log into that AWS Management Console and navigate that AWS Management Console. This is all about today's agenda. Every day, we are going to start with a review of the previous session. What are the topics we discussed? And then any questions on the previous session? If no questions, we'll continue about today's agenda. As it is a first session, only there is no preview session, only today's agenda. From tomorrow onwards, we will have a review session and then proceed with today's agenda. Okay, let's continue. Introduction, about self-introduction. I'm Leela Srinivas, having a 23 years of IT experience, performed different roles. Started my career as a customer support executive, currently working as a manager, technical team lead, and different roles I have been performing. Having a virtualization experience nearly 16 years, VMware technology, Hyper-V, Nutanix, 4 years of experience in both cloud technologies, emerging cloud technologies, Azure and AWS. But primarily, I'm delivering the training sessions, virtualization, VMware, and AWS. Having a 7 years of training experience, I have been delivering the training sessions like through Logic Labs technologies, as well as in-house. I have been providing training session to counterparts from L1 to L2, L2 to L3, different levels of training sessions I used to conduct in my regular duty. So I am certified professional in virtualization, VMware, cloud technologies, Azure, AWS, Microsoft, and ITL certifications. This is all about myself. So you can ask, I'm confident enough to come to a ground level and explain the content to you from the scratch to until whatever the doubt you might have, and come to layman understanding and explain the concepts by correlating different levels to make you understand easily. Okay, so you can assure, you can have a confidence on me. So whatever the doubts you might have, I am in a position to explain to make you understand. Now, if anyone wants to speak up, like what is your expectation? Tell your name, why you opt for this course, what is your expectation? So you can ask me your expectations are going to reach through this certification, this particular course or not. I am in a position to answer. If anyone, you can unmute yourself and speak up. If no one, I'm going to proceed with the topics. Anyone?
Yeah, hello, sir. Arshad again.
Yes,
So,
Arsha.
actually, my expectation about this course is like I am coming from a ERP technical background and working for a US-based company.
Okay.
Uh, and our current system is currently installed in a data center, and
Okay.
we are planning to migrate to one of the cloud technology, maybe OCI or Azure or maybe AWS. So the POC is currently going on. So my expectation is to understand the cloud concept and take some benefit from this course that can help me in my current role, so that I can be more efficient to deliver my day-to-day activities. So that is my only expectation.
Thank you, Arshad. Yes. Here, the different, what is this course is all about, I'm going to explain. So first of all, the qualification to understand, this is a certification, this is a course every IT professional need to go through, because nowadays having a one technology, for example, you might be working on a software developer, you might be an administrator, IT administrator to take care of IT infrastructure. This AWS Solution Architect Associate is a mandatory cloud skills to perform advanced cloud skills like DevOps, Terraform, GenAI, any technology. This is a starting course which everyone should understand how the IT infrastructure. You might be software developer, you might be Java developer, or whatever it may be. Without IT infrastructure, there is no application. Everyone knows about it. So here, as a cloud technology, if you understand the concepts, the basics of the cloud technology and understand the technical names representation in AWS, you are in a position to understand any other cloud platform. It may be Azure, it may be GCP, it may be software, whatever it may be, cloud provider it may be. The one understanding here AWS, why AWS is an industry leader and what is the advantage of AWS. Here, AWS is providing 12 months free access. You no need to look for any live environment. That's the reason I clearly mentioned in audio message. This qualification only is enthusiasm to learn the IT skills. A student can join, non-IT professional can join and understand the basic concept the same basic concepts, how to implement in live environment. That live environment AWS is providing for 12 months free without paying not even 1 rupee or $1. You are in a position to practice. The technology is such a way that if you are not going to do practice, you tend to forget the subject. But AWS is providing 12 months free. The only thing, you can log in and practice, continuous and practice. So you can, if you practice 3 months, whatever the topics we are going to discuss, if you continue 3 months, you are in a position to present yourself as a 4 years experience, 3 years of experience. It is all depends upon how you understand the concept, how you practice on that free tier account. With that, I am telling it's a free tier. The same portal will be there in live environment as well. Okay, so you can understand once the course is going on, you can understand what we are logging and what actions we are performing. This is an excellent platform to gain the knowledge, to showcase our technical skills, enhance our technical skills, and present the same technical skills through interview to upskill or to career position or clear the interview, whatever it may be. Without learning, nowadays there is no hope for continuation of IT career. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, anyone, if you want, you can interrupt at any point of time. Let's move on. So the course overview is, yes, please. Anyone? Okay. So the course overview, it is AWS Solution Architect Associate. What is this all about? It is the IT infrastructure. Everyone must understand how we are going to work. You are working, connecting to laptop and connecting to an application. You are not sure what is the background, where we are connecting. Without a system, without an operating system, without an application, you are not in a position to work any kind of coding. So to work on specific application, what it requires? It requires a server, the basic IT infrastructure. IT infrastructure is nothing but servers, network, storage, connectivity, and all those things. That all those things, without having any deep understanding, deep knowledge, you are in a position to work on this AWS management console by simply moving the mouse cursor. With the simple moving the mouse cursor, you no need to go in-depth knowledge. You no need to have in-depth knowledge. Just understand the concept, how to implement the service, how to get it to there. That's the only thing you need to do. So you are in a position not required in any depth knowledge. Non-IT students, it is very good platform. This is a starting point, and you can experience slowly by practicing, by understanding the concept, so that you can perform. AWS Solution Architect Associate is nothing but a complete framework of IT infrastructure. Earlier, you might understanding like there is a network administrator, storage administrator, server administrator, Windows admin, Linux administrator, database administrator, different administrators will be there. They are expertise on the respective platform. Here, without any expertise, you are in a position to work on Linux, you are in a position to work on Windows, you are in a position to work on storage, network, database, monitoring. So whatever the solution you require to maintain an IT infrastructure, everything you can maintain in a single console. That's what we are going to see here. Okay. AWS Solution Architect Associate is nothing but a complete IT infrastructure framework to step in. Okay. I'm going to explain how the traditional environment, how the same thing is replicated in cloud provider. Okay. So how we are going to perform all these actions? We are going to perform all these actions with this free tier account. Free tier account, everyone must register. Whoever would like to continue this particular course, today itself, after this course, everyone register free tier account. I'm going to showcase how to register free tier account, what are the details you need to complete. Everyone need to complete this action today itself, whoever would like to continue this course. Okay. And while explaining the concept of AWS Management Console, as I stated, server, network, storage, monitoring, different services we are going to work in a live session. So as soon as we step into the respective service, I'm going to correlate that particular specific service, how it is available in traditional IT infrastructure. And then I'm going to implement that same concept in cloud so that you are in a position to understand why I'm choosing this service, what is the necessity of choosing the particular service, and you can able to practice on the respective things. Okay. So what is the types of different server requirements, what is the virtualization concepts. Here virtualization is a important thing. Earlier we have a physical servers converted as a virtualized servers, virtualized servers, now the same concept converted virtualization to cloud. So traditional IT infrastructure from one technology to virtualization, from virtualization to its moves to cloud. So cloud technology is a concept, is combination of all IT infrastructure services, applications, whatever the applications, whatever the tools you are going to use, everything is available in a single framework. If you want to work on AWS DevOps, if you want to work on Terraform, everything is required to know about solution architect associate. Without knowing solution architect associate, you are not in a position to work in DevOps or Terraform, whatever the cloud advanced stage skills, whatever the advanced professional skills you may name it. Everything is required to understand solution architect associate course. Yeah. So we are going to understand cloud advantages and basic cloud concepts. What is the three basic cloud principles? Availability. What is availability? What is a scalability? What is a pay as you go model? Because of these three concepts, now everyone is looking for cloud. So we are going to explain this basic, and then we are going to cover up what is this availability, how this availability is available in AWS Management Console. Okay, important services, and understand each important services on-prem versus cloud, explore free-type practices. This is the entire course view. Okay. At any point of time, you can interrupt me at any point of time, no issues. Yeah. So this is a just overview of the services which we are going to cover. For example, as I mentioned EC2 here, I'm going to log into the console. I'm going to showcase how to log into the console. No need to worry. I'm going to showcase just a topic, how it is related to in live environment. Whatever the portal I'm connecting now, it is a live environment. Everyone is going to log into this, and then you are going to navigate and you are going to practice on this console. With this console only, we are going to do live sessions, and at the same time, you are going to do practice on your hands-on practice. Without hands-on practice, there is no possibility learning of technical skills. Yeah. So here, as part of course, I just mentioned important services over here. Important services EC2, IAM, Route 53. It is just a service name. Take it as a EC2. EC2 itself, it is a vast. Like for example, I'm going to click on a compute. Under compute, you can find EC2 Elastic Compute Cloud. It is a service. A service nothing but virtual servers in cloud. In this EC2 itself, there are plenty of sub-services. You can see here under EC2 dashboard, you are having a plenty of sub-services like we are going to configure load balancer, we are going to configure templates, auto scales, and all those concepts are coming to picture. Here, as a description, as a information, I just mentioned few services over here. Each service having a sub-services. So under EC2, we are going to deploy Linux server, we are going to deploy Windows server, and different configuration, different models, how to implement configure web server without knowing anything. How the servers are going to connect together, then we are going to talk about networking. How the storage is going to come into picture. There the concept comes in picture, EBS. So there are different services we are going to cover up under same important service. There are plenty of sub-services. We are going to talk about all those sub-services. Okay, complete list of services. The main topic EC2, IAM, Identity and Access Management. So Route 53 is a DNS service. Under DNS service, how to configure, how we are going to implement, what is the name, how it is going to come, route and DNS comes together as a one service. We are going to work on that. S3 is a simple storage service, how it is going to help. In S3 itself, Glacier, what is a Glacier, what is a file system, EEP, EFS. In the networking concepts comes in picture virtual private cloud. It is a VPC is a simple look at. If you come to that console, networking and content delivery, under networking and content delivery VPC, it is not just I'm going to explain about the concepts of this configuration about VPC. We are going to work for understanding networking, we need to understand the basics of network, not in depth. Here I am going to provide the basic understanding and then the same concept how to implement. So without a basics, it is very difficult to understand the concepts. You are not in a position to move simply mouse here and there. We have to follow sequence. We have to understand some basics. To understand this VPC, under VPC, you are going to create subnets, route tables, internet gateway, NAT gateways, firewalls, security. What is all this? A simple basic terminology about OSI model. In OSI model, 7 layers are there. That 7 layers are going to implement in this particular VPC. I'm going to explain some basics and then correlate how to implement without having networking knowledge. You are in a position to practice the same designing, how the servers are connecting together. You are in a position to practice on this. Here, as part of this VPC, I just mentioned as a VPC, but under VPC, you are going to understand what is IP address. What is IP version 4, IP version 6, what is a subnetting, what is a private IP, what is a public IP, everything I'm going to explain with a diagrammatical representation, and then I'm going to showcase one example of previous session so that you are going to understand what level we are going to design the network infrastructure. In this picture, we have a router, we have a net communication between the different subnets, what is IP address, what IP address we need to create, how the internet gateway, what NAT gateway we are going to create, what is the firewall rules we are going to implement. It is just a layman understanding we can understand by creating this document. Everyone is in a position to draw a diagram, implement that same solution on on yourself without having a in-depth knowledge of networking. Without networking, there is no IT infrastructure. Without networking, there is no internet communication. So you are in a position to implement this entire solution, a simple solution. This is so slowly you can complex the environment. Here only 6 servers or 7 servers are there, wherein you can understand how the thousands of servers are communicating with each other with a different subnets. I'm going to explain those concepts and then implement the same solution. So here the important concept is you are in a position to work on live environment. You are not going to present as a free tier account. You can project, once your practice is done, you can project, I have 4 years of experience, 3 years of experience with a confident. Yeah.
Srini, nowadays in technical discussion,
Yes, please.
there were questions like Terraform, how it is a part of AWS. So I am not aware of
Terraform.
Terraform, and could you throw some light on this also?
Yes. Terraform is nothing but automation. For example, here I am there under a compute resource. We are going to work on EC2, starting of the service. Under EC2, we are going to deploy a server, one server. If I want to deploy one server, I need to click on 10 times or 20 times to configure one particular server. If I want to deploy the same server, 10 more servers, 100 of servers, it is very difficult to move the mouse for every server 20 clicks, 30 clicks. Whereas in Terraform is going to come into picture. It is terminate in technical name as a Terraform, but it is infrastructure as a code. IaaS, infrastructure as a code. It is a scripted language. We are going to create language. You no need to worry about, you no need to get expertise in the creating language. Just understand the concept. And the same, the script you can copy from ChatGPT or the sample versions are available in this particular AWS itself. That's the reason to work on automation. First, we need to understand the basics. The basics which we are going to work, which you are going to practice. Once you understand the basics, then you are going to think about automation. Instead of clicking on 12 clicks or 100 clicks to implement a particular design, the same solution can be implemented in just 1 minute of code execution. But writing of that code, it takes time. But the same code can be implemented on multiple times to deploy the services within 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Instead of spending days together, the same infrastructure can be implemented with IaaS, that is a Terraform. Okay, Terraform is a part of AWS DevOps as a tool, and Terraform even in our Ankit Narula is delivering this Azure Terraform, AWS Terraform. He is one of the senior faculty in Logic Labs Technologies. So once you understand the solution architect associate, the next, if it is, if you are a software programmer, a Java developer, or different platforms you are working, then AWS DevOps is a right place wherein you are in a position to understand how to use different tools in AWS DevOps. There in AWS DevOps, Terraform also one kind of tool. If you want to expertise working on infrastructure mainly, then Terraform can be used, the code, same code can be used to deploy infrastructure as a code, that is Terraform. Okay, hope it is clear.
Yes, thank you, Srini.
So these are the important services for each. Don't think that these are only simple services. Each service have a sub-services. We are going to talk about all these in our course, throughout this course. Okay. So for example, compute itself. In a compute itself, you just mention as EC2. In EC2 itself, there are plenty of sub-services. Linux instance, what is AMI, what is a snapshot, what is a template, how to recover a server, how to create a AMI, how to scale up, scale down, what is auto scaling, scale in and scale out options, scale up and scale down options, everything related to this EC2. While practicing, we are going to understand each and every step and then configure. Coming to that identity access management, it is a user base authorization and authentication. What is a user? What is a group? How to create a user? How to create a group? And the same user and groups, how can we integrate with the respective service to provide access, authorization to perform the certain activities? To provide an authorization, first of all, we need to create a user. We are not going to provide permission on a specific user. We are going to provide a permission on a group of professionals. How to create a group? How to keep the users in that respective group? How to provide permissions? How to provide authorization on the respective group? Everything is going to come into picture. If you want to understand Terraform, you need to understand identity and access management. In identity and access management only, we are able to enable one important configuration, that is CLI, AWS command line interface. Without this, there is no Terraform. So we are going to enable this AWS CLI. We are going to perform some kind of simple commands execution instead of performing a GUI, graphical user interface. Whatever the action till now I presented in AWS managed console, that is a GUI, graphical user interface. The same action, whatever the action we are able to perform, log into the console, performing certain action, everything can be performed command line. The only thing, it requires a syntax, code, how to write the code, how to use the syntax. There is a reference modules are available, you can practice. So here, identity access management. Coming to the storage, in storage itself, I just mentioned S3. In S3, in storage itself, there are three storage principles. Block storage, what is a block storage? What is a file storage? What is a object storage? What kind of storage, where do we implement, where do we use, everything we are going to discuss about under storage section. Okay. Bucket policies, lifecycle management, backup solutions, everything is going to come under storage section. The heart of the vital service, I can say the network is a vital service. I'm experienced in the networking. So even though I'm not a regular network administrator, but I'm in a position to explain from the basics to an advanced level. So IP address, what is that, how this connecting, what is the subnet, and how the firewall rules, how the connectivity between the two servers, multiple servers, how it is going to establish communication. That simple basic concept of OSM model. That same OSM model, that same 7 layers, where it is going to come into picture in this network. We are going to work on VPC, subnets, IP classes, everything we are going to correlate in this network. Without network, we can't imagine anything. An IT infrastructure without networking, nothing. As soon as you log into laptop to perform your day-to-day activities, without networking, not even single task you are in a position to perform. That's where you are going to understand how the IT infrastructure connects together. Okay. So all these concepts are going to cover in this network. I am going to take at least 3 days or 2 days about networking to explain. Until you understand the concept, I'm not going to leave, because this is very crucial for understanding cloud infrastructure. Yeah. This is a AWS certification path. So here Before going for certification path, there is a simple registration first of all. Okay, I'll come to that free tier registration, how to provide free tier registration. So first of all, let's go with certification path. I'm going to provide this chart on the chart window, everyone. There is a question. I have a problem with microphone. Is there any practice sessions? Yes, practice. Without practice sessions, there is no. This is not a theory. I'm going to explain again and again. The session today, most of the things I'm explaining as a theory, but in a practical, every day I'm going to implement the service in this AWS Management Console. I'm going to implement on this sessions how to implement a server, how to connect a server. That is a practical session only. I'm least bothered about this notes reference. Very rare cases I'm going to go check on these notes, but most of the time, about 2 hours of time, 90% of time I'm going to explain, I'm going to implement the service. The same action you are going to do practice, because the recorded session will be available. You can play that video, pause that video, implement that step, and then proceed next. Practice is very, very important. Everything, this entire 15 days, complete practical implementation only. Theory is very less. Wherever it is required to compare, to explain, I'm going to touch base some theory points. But most of the theory, you can Google it and understand the theory. Here, my main focus is practicals only. Okay? You can assure on that. I can give you assurance on that. Only practical sessions in this 15 days live sessions. Very limited theory sessions. Okay? Where we are in certification path. So I'm going to open certification path. Click on that link. You are in a position to get AWS certification path. What is the certification availability? How to go with the certification? Okay. There is a certification. First of all, foundational. This you can go with this particular path wherein you can get the complete details of the certification details, and even in this file will be uploaded to LMS Graphy portal. I'm going to showcase where we are in, what this course is going to cover up all. Okay, see here. AWS Solution Architect Associate. This is a course we are covering now. As part of this course, we are going to cover this particular course. And who are going to complete this course, they are eligible to write the exam, either cloud practitioner or the solution architect associate. In this AWS certification path, there is no necessity to go in a proper order. As per your expertise, even you can go and specialize certification as well. There is no necessity to complete first this one, second this certification, third this certification, fourth this certification. No, there is no pre-requirements to complete to write the exam. There is no pre-requirement to complete the training. The only pre-requirement, how you understand this concept. And you can write in this particular module any certification. Okay, but as if you are IT professional, IT working on infrastructure, I strongly recommend go for this particular certification. Cloud practitioner is not required. Directly you can write this exam once you understand. As at the end of this session, we are going to provide some terms, and at the end of the session, we are going to provide one tool wherein you can practice your skills before going for actual exam. Once you are confident enough, you can attend the exam and complete the exam without any issues. That solution architect associate. And there is a specialization skills, professional skills are there, and specialization skills will be there, big data and AI, machine learning, networking, advanced networking, security, different advanced certifications are available. you can go with anything. If you are a developer, you can directly go with a DevOps certification, Certified Developer Associate, or a DevOps certification, professional certification, or any certification. There is no mandatory requirement to complete a procedure. There is no pre-requirement to perform certain activities. 1 second, guys. Okay, sorry for the interruption. So
May I
any
know
doubts
what
on
is AWS certificate sysops admin?
sysop admin? That's what. See here, you can go to this particular certification. What is the certification? You can go to that whatever the link I provided. The sysops is slightly different than solution architect. Solution architect is complete related to complete IT infrastructure and what is the minimum services required to perform certain activities. All the services, most of the services will be covered under the solution architect associate. As a developer, if you go for developer, some portion of services, more constant, more questions will come related to developer related. SysOps is related to complete kind of administration, so basic administration skills, whatever the infrastructure related. Okay. So there are three different layers available according to the your career, what you are working. If you are working on IT administrator like Windows administrator, server administrator, Linux, storage, networking, and all those things, this is sufficient. If you are a developer, Java developer, whatever the Python, whatever the developer it may be, you are okay to proceed with this particular entry level certification. Okay. Even SysOps, whatever the operational related activities you are going to perform, then you can choose this certification. For all these certifications, having a certification is mandatory, then you can first attend this certification. That is more than enough. If you are a software developer, go for this. Either this one or this one. If you are only purely related to operational, then go for this. Okay.
Yeah.
This course is eligible to cover mostly this two. Okay. One and developer. No need to waste your money. No need to complete cloud practitioner. If you are planning to attend the exam, directly you can um, target this particular solution architect associate exam. There is no dependency to complete. To whom it is required cloud practitioner, sales professional, managers. The managers just they need to know what all the services are available in AWS Management Console. So for them, it is just this is mandatory. Okay, so for managers, so sales professionals, all those cloud practitioner is more than enough. For a technical professionals, they can choose any solution architect associate, developer, either DevOps or the SysOps or solution architect associate. Yeah. Any doubts on certification path, please?
Yeah, Tosia, yeah. Like, I do not belong to any technical background. I'm completely new to AWS, which would be good for me.
What is your previous experience?
Like,
What technology you are working currently?
like I am an catalog associate in Amazon.
You are already working on what platform? Which platform? Which domain?
Retail business. Like, I do not use any of the tools which is related to AWS. Yeah.
Okay. Then for you is a cloud practitioner is enough certification, even though as you are already working on Amazon, you will get a vouchers, free vouchers. Okay. So you can attend just as a beginning, you can get a cloud practitioner exam. It is a basic entry level exam to understand what is a console, what are the different services. As a your job role, most of the things, analytics, kind of business operations related tools you may use, what are the related business tools are available in this particular AWS Management Console, you are in a position to understand the basic concepts. You may not be working on technical skills, but you need to understand what services are available. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Now we are moving ahead. No issues? We are open the questions at any point of time. There is no mandatory to ask the questions only when we discuss about. Okay. So now we are switching over to that free tier account. Before registering free tier account, first you need to understand what are the free tier registration process is available. What is the benefits we are going to get as part of this free tier account access. I am providing the link here and just click on that link. You are in a position to get the free tier portal. What we are going to get? AWS free tier. Create a free tier account. How to create a free tier account? I'm going to showcase. First, I'm going to explain what you are going to. It is a mandatory. Whoever interested to continue this course, they have to understand about this free tier. Okay, as part of this free tier, you are going to get a 12 months free. It is not an easy joke. Why this Amazon is providing 12 months free? They are confident enough. They are providing free service to the organization, to the technical resources, technical members, how the infrastructure is designed, how the infrastructure is capable enough to handle the load, how easily navigate that access, how easily we can deploy the service. So this, all the services, what are the services are free 12 months, we can see here. Compute. We are going to work on compute to understand the storage, to understand the networking, everything to understand. First of all, we need a server. How to deploy a server. For a simple laptop itself, if you want to purchase a laptop, if you want to go to internet center to browse one particular website, you need to pay minimum charges. Here they are giving 750 hours of practice for every month. Every month 750 hours. You can imagine how much practice you can do. You no need to look for live environment. The AWS itself is providing free live environment. It is up to you how you are going to utilize and expertise in that particular technology. Okay. So 750 hours for every month. You are going to work on, you can deploy Linux server, you can deploy RHEL server, you can deploy SUSE Linux server, you can deploy Windows 2022 server, you can configure left and right. Whatever the mistakes you are going to do doesn't matter. Delete it and deploy it. If you want to deploy one particular server itself, I need a system. I need to have an ISO image to deploy server. Without having anything, you are able to log in and connect to enterprise server and you can practice. How many hours? Every month, 750 hours. Okay. So that is a free tier limitation, compute, storage.
Just one question I have.
Yes, please.
I'm not sure again.
Okay.
So let's suppose I'm creating one EC2 serve, one EC2 compute with Linux machine, and one is using the SUSE or Windows, and I keep it open for 2 hours. So will it be count for 4 hours, or since I have two machines, so uh, are they going to count 4 hours or 2 hours only? I mean,
Okay.
I just want
Very
to
good
clarify
question.
the 750 hours per month.
Very good point. Very good question. Thank you. See here, 750 hours. What 750 hours? So for example, if I deploy 10 systems, okay, 10 systems are deployed and practice for 1 hour. How much hours are going to consume? Each system 1 hour. What is the billing cycle? Even if you use 10 minutes, even if you use 2 minutes, It is depends upon the cycle calculation. For every service in cloud provider, some services are there hourly basis, some services are there monthly basis, some services are there how much data bandwidth you are transferring in KBs or GBs or TBs. You need to understand, we are going to understand one of the important service cloud financial management, cost management, cost optimization. To understand the cost optimization, nowadays every organization is facing the challenges monthly bills. Monthly bills, it is going to be very huge because of they are selecting services. Their monthly cost, how to reduce? To reduce the cost, first we need to understand for each and every service what is the cycle of charges. For EC2, it is hourly basis for every hour. Even if you use 10 minutes, it is going to count as 1 hour for one server. If you deploy two servers, 2 hours if you use each system, 2 into 2, total 4 hours it is going to consume. Okay, as it is comes under free tier, you no need to pay not even single rupee. After free tier, after 12 months, if you use those 4 hours, that 4 hours only you need to pay the bill. That bill also is very, very less. For 4 hours, you no need to pay not even 10 rupees. We are going to see that all this under cost optimization. For every session, we are going to cover up because it is very, very important billing section. So we are going to understand cost optimization for every console login. First thing we are going to check the console access. What is my bill? What is my utilization? Okay. Hope it's clear your doubt.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. So this is a free tier. To attain this free tier access, we are going to use compute 750 hours, storage 5 GB, database 750 hours again, RDS database. You can configure database and machine learning database. What are the services? These are all the services. What are the product category? Analytics, free tier. What is the 12 months free? What are the 12 months free? What is always free? What is the trials are available? You can click on the respective category and understand what is 12 months free, what is the futures, what is the always free, what is the trials are available. Okay, what is the product categories you can understand, is it comes under what kind of billing cycle, everything you can understand here in this portal. Yeah. Okay, now proceed with registration. To get attain to log into this console, as I already log into the console, I already there in the console. How to log into the console to gain this free tier account? Okay, so we have a document. I'm going to share this document in LMS Graphy. Whoever connecting to this particular session, they are in a position to see and stop the video and complete this particular. Okay. First of all, as soon as you log in AWS Management Console, I'm opening in a private window so that the first thing, registration, free tier account. As soon as login, this is a portal. Everyone must register. Whoever would like to continue the session, they must complete today itself. After the session, they must register. If you find any difficulties, you can discuss in tomorrow's session about what are the difficulties you click. Click on this particular link and you are going to get this particular link like this. AWS Management Console sign in page. Click on this create an AWS account. On the top right corner, you find create an AWS account. This document is also available. You can see that create an AWS account. As soon as you click on create an AWS account, you are going to log into this particular page. Sign up for AWS. I'm going to click on this link, create an AWS account. On the type right corner, create an AWS account. As soon as you click on create an AWS account, the first page you are going to land under the sign up for AWS. This is the first page wherein you are going to land. So you can use whatever the email address you would like to use. You can use personal email, Gmail ID. If you want to use official email ID, you can use, no issues. But I prefer, as it is your personal, please use any personal email ID. This personal email ID is going to work as your login to AWS Management Console. So what are the details required? Mail ID, one mail ID, either Gmail, Hotmail, Yahoo Mail, whatever the email ID you may have, you can use as a root user. If you already registered without knowing, maybe as part of practice, as part of anything, you might be registered already and you might be completed already 12 months or 6 months. So whoever already registered with the same email ID, please create a separate email ID for practice session, 12 months free. Okay. So to create a new email ID, it is not going to take not even less than 10 minutes. Please create a new email ID if you already utilized your personal email ID for AWS. Okay. To get a 12 months free access. So that mail ID is important. Without mail ID, you are not in a position to proceed further. Next important thing, debit or credit card. Srinivas, you told me it is a free tier. Now why you are asking about debit or credit card? It is a free tier account, but the thing is that it is going to authenticate. It is going to authenticate a normal transaction for Indian currency, just 2 rupees. It is going to detect for foreigners like from US, UK, or any other countries other than India. They'll be charged $1. They will be charged $1. Whatever the amount authentication, once authentication is completed and they detected $1 or 2 rupees from the respective card, it will be reversed within 3 to 4 working days. That's the reason it is a free tier account. It is not going to misuse your debit or credit card information at any manner. Okay, it is just, are you the right person? Just it is going to validate by using this debit or credit card. If you don't have, you can use your friends or you can use your parents' debit or credit card. It is not going to misuse. It is going to deduct $1 for other than India, it is just 2 rupees. Whatever the amount it is deducted from the respective card, it will be reverted within 3 to 4 working days. Okay. Then important next, mobile number and address and then PAN card. These 5 details are mandatory to complete this registration process. So you can see here, sign up registration process. You have to mention email ID and you can mention AWS account name. You can see that Srinivas AWS is my account name. Whatever the account name, you can see on the top right corner, AWS account name. See here, AWS account, Srinivas AWS. This is my account name. The same account you are going to mention in this particular account creation form phase. Okay. Once this first phase, wherein you are going to mention whatever the email ID you are going to mention, that will be act as your login account ID, user ID, root user. Okay. As soon as you click on verify email address, you need to log into the respective email address and wherein you are going to get a link or a code wherein you need to enter that code. Next page, as soon as you mention right email ID, it is going to send a code to that email ID. That same code you have to mention here and click on verify. Once you click on verify, the next step, it is for password creation for that particular your account. Whatever the email ID you mentioned, that will be act as a root user. And for that root user, you need to set a password. That password must be followed certain conditions. Please make sure use the complex set password, 8 characters, minimum 8 characters, one special character, uppercase numeric, you can mention and complete the setup. So in this process of registration, whatever the field it is going to prompt you, each and every field is mandatory to fill. That's the reason all fields are mandatory. The next page it is going to come here. This complete information. You must select. There is a two options: business, personal. Please use personal use case, not a business. It is for personal. You can select personal and mention whatever the name, whatever the mobile number to get a SMS. If you mention a wrong mobile number, that account registration process will not move continue. Okay. Please mention a right mobile number to get a SMS code. Okay. And whatever the field, you can no need to mention exact address information. You can mention some address information wherever the field is. Don't leave the blanks. Just mention the details and continue to the next step. Once all the details are filled, click on the continue step 2 of 5, wherein you are going to get the next sign in page, wherein it is going to ask credit or debit card account information. It is clearly mentioned. You can see that it is clearly mentioned $1 for non-Indian registrations, for 2 rupees for Indian customers. It is going to showcase as $1 only. For India customers, it is just rates 2 rupees only. Okay. So once you mention debit or credit card, make sure that a debit or credit card enabled for international transactions. By default, some debit and credit cards, they might be block international transactions. So please make sure before entering this debit or credit card number, make sure international transactions are enabled on that respective card. Then only try to enter this respective card. Okay. So you can mention whatever the expiry date and what is the card holder's name and the CVV number of the respective card and address of the contact for a billing information. Okay, there is no billing. We are going to use the free tier account for our practice session. So there is no billing. Okay, next. Once you complete, if you have a PAN number, you can mention. If you don't have PAN number, you can mention no and proceed next. Verify the next step, wherein whatever the debit or credit card you provided, that authentication is going to OTP, it will be sent, and OTP you need to enter to complete the payment authentication. Whatever the amount, $1 for non-India customers. For India customers, it is going to get a message to deduct only 2 rupees. Check the message, what amount it is deducting. If it is a 2 rupees, just whatever the OTP it is available in that message, just mention that OTP message. For India customers, just 2 rupees. For non-India, it is $1. Okay. And as soon as you mention the OTP, it is going to authenticate your payment and proceed next. Whatever the amount it is going to deduct, that amount will be reverted back to your account within 3 to 4 working days. Okay. Then mobile verification. The next step is mobile verification. Whatever the mobile number you are going to mention, it is going to get a OTP. That OTP you have to enter in this particular step. Identity for your mobile identity. Okay. Once this is done, the final step, you have to choose in this particular section personal use again and ownership, individual or business. You can choose personal use and individual. Then here the next step, it is going to come for you as basic support. In this section, you have to use the basic support free. Okay. It is not required developer support or business support. It is not at all required. Just choose only the basic support. It is a free. Okay. We are going to perform all the practice, all the lab access, all the sessions, whatever you are going to learn, everything you are going to implement with this particular free service only. Everything is whatever they described about free, those services only we are going to practice. So there is no necessity to choose developer or business support. Only basic support free. Once you complete this basic support, that is a final step to complete this registration process. Complete the sign up. Once you complete the sign up, congratulations mail is going to come. As soon as you get the congratulations, you are in a position to select login access. For example, as soon as you are complete this entire section process, now I am in a position to log in, sign in mechanism to AWS management console. I am going to stop here for questions. Any queries, any doubts you can ask. Any questions? Okay. So as soon as you complete the registration, the first step, as soon as you are going to click on sign in, you might see that sign in as an IIM user, but we are going to log into this management console as a root user. Sign in using root user. You can click on this sign in as a root user. You are going to get an option like root user. Just whatever the email ID you mention in the first step of the sign up process, you can mention that same email ID and then click next. Whatever the password you set during the sign up process, you can mention the same password to continue the AWS management console. This is once registration process is completed, this is the console home. Okay. In this console home, you can see that here you can, as it is, I'm regularly using this account. That's the reason you can see recently visited. You can see that recently visited. Okay. These are whatever the recently visited services, all those things are visible here. But we are not going to choose in this particular console. As soon as you complete, whoever log in first time, this recently used will be blank. This recently used will be blank. In this management console, what we need to understand, in this management console, as soon as you log in, you are going to get a click on, there is a what are the options are available. Everything, it is a simple mouse pointer moving and click on the respective things. It is not going to harm anything. You are going to explore the cloud technology with very easily. Okay. I'm here to explain each and everything. If you have any queries during your practice, you can post. Okay. The first thing, what we need to understand, as soon as you log in, the first thing, whatever the account name you mention, you can see that the top right corner, my Srinivas AWS is there on the top right corner. This is my account information. You can click on account, what is the organization, what is the billing, all those things. So this is whatever the account you completed, free tier account, all those information is available in this section. Next to account name, you find there is a North Virginia, N Virginia is there. What is that N Virginia? This is a availability zone. What is the reason? Here there are couple of reasons are available. This is a AWS infrastructure, global infrastructure. What is the AWS global infrastructure? Just open the page, Google AWS global infrastructure. AWS global infrastructure map. As soon as you click on AWS global infrastructure map, you are in a position to find how many regions. What is a region? A region is nothing but a geographical location of that respective AWS. What is this AWS? AWS is a globe infrastructure. by using the infrastructure. What is the infrastructure? For example, you have 10 systems. You have 10 10 laptops in your home, 10 laptops are there. Everyone is sitting in one room. Everyone is connecting a Wi-Fi device, router is there, broadband router is there. Everyone is using a broadband router to connect internet. That means your home is acting as an IT infrastructure, 10 laptops, one broadband ISP, and power connections to connect each and every laptop. The same setup. Your home, here it is going to represent as a data center. A data center is nothing but a building, a infrastructure building equipped with complete IT infrastructure, power, AC, systems, network infrastructure, cables, all the IT infrastructure will be there in a building. That building is a data center. That data center is nothing but availability zone. Here, the same data center here in AWS or Azure is going to represent as a availability zone. If that particular availability zone in each region in India, there are 2 regions are there. Like that entire globe, their presence is there across 34 regions. Their infrastructure, you can see the global present, whatever the green dots you are able to see, the green dots is representing that region specific. In each region is nothing but a geographical location. In each geographical location, that region equipped with 3 or 4 availability zones. For example, in Hyderabad, availability zones 3. What is that availability zones 3? In Hyderabad, in entire Hyderabad, they are having a 3 data centers. One is in north, one is south, and different places where they are going to place data centers. They are going to make sure it is not having any flood. If something goes wrong, one part of Hyderabad immersed in due to natural climate, other places are available to serve the customers. So whatever the geographical location, that region is there, each and every region having 2 or more data centers. The same data center is nothing but a full-fledged IT infrastructure is configured in that respective building. That respective building is nothing but a data center. That same data center in a traditional manner we are going to represent as a data center. In cloud, the same data center are going to represent as a availability zone, AZ. Any doubts here?
No doubt.
Console it is showing as Stockholm right now. So it means I'm connected to that.
It is green dot. Okay, for example, I'm back to the console. If you
Yours
see
is showing
here,
Virginia, mine is showing Stockholm.
that means you are connected to Stockholm region. In the Stockholm region, in North Virginia, which availability zone connected? There are North Virginia, there are 5 availability zones are there. I am connected to US East 1. Okay. So that means in North Virginia region, I am connected to one data center. What is this? AWS, the global infrastructure is capable enough. It is going to make sure whoever connecting, for example, I am sitting in Bangalore, but even I'm sitting in Bangalore, it is not connecting India. That is India having 2 regions, Hyderabad and Mumbai. Why it is not connected to Hyderabad and Mumbai? The AWS global infrastructure is going to make sure to serve you better. It is intelligent enough. It is going to make sure to serve you better. Whatever the services you are going to choose, if you finding any latency or any slowness, you are not happy to continue. So AWS global infrastructure, the intelligent infrastructure make sure to connect wherever enough resources are available, wherever free resources are available, to connect, to provide in an efficient manner. You should not feel any slowness. High performance connectivity. If you choose, for example, as soon as I connected internet, as soon as I connected to AWS Management Console login, it is connected to North Virginia. What does it mean? From my Bangalore internet service provider, it is having a better connectivity to North Virginia data center, that is availability zone, wherein it is having a free resources. It is going to make sure providing enough resources without having any difficulties. If you, for example, okay, I don't want North Virginia. For example, I'm going to switch over to Mumbai. You are in a position to practice, but some services, maybe slowness will be there. Some services may not be available to serve you better. Okay, so as soon as you connect, whatever the reason it is going to connect, leave that reason. It is enough resources are available. It is a free resources are available to practice your sessions. Okay, so for example, there are some sessions are there. See here. There are 13 regions that are not enabled for this account. These are the reasons it is not part of free tier account. You cannot choose these free tier account reasons. These reasons are only dedicated for only subscription basis. So whenever you log in, okay, you need to note it down what reason you connected. Today it may be North Virginia, tomorrow may be Sydney, tomorrow after some time it may be Mumbai. Leave whatever the reason it is connected. Okay, so hope you understand what is the reason, what is the availability zone. In the global infrastructure, we need to understand this is complete AWS global infrastructure. As soon as you click on the green dots, you can find how many data center, how many agents are available. At any point of time, you are connected to one region. Within that region, one availability zone is ready to serve you in a better way. Okay, you can find some red dots are there. Whatever the red dots are there, they are upcoming regions in a global presence to serve the customers. Okay, is it clear?
Yeah.
AWS global infrastructure, what is the reason? What is the availability zone? In AWS Management Console, we understood what is account name, what is the reason. Next, we are going to switch over from the right corner to straight away left corner. That is, click on services. Here you can see the categorization. Never ever use search option for to identify whatever the service. If you are not able to identify respective services, then only you can use search, but you need to understand each and every day. You need to understand this categorization. There are hundreds of services are available. Under each category, there are subcategories available. For example, I would like to deploy a server, a Linux or Windows. A server I need to deploy to connect that server. I'm not sure I am first time to connecting to this. So each click on that each and understand what are the different concept. There is a short description is available for each one. So categorization first you need to understand. Okay, we are not going to deal with the many services, only some important. First of all, compute is the one thing wherein under compute we are going to talk about EC2, Lambda, Elastic Beanstalk. We are going to understand most of the times we are going to work on EC2, Elastic Compute Cloud. This is one of the service. And the next, once you understand the compute and other services in DevOps, it is going to comes in picture containers. Okay, so we are not going to touch base compute EC2. Next one, database. Under database, there are many databases are available. We are going to understand RDS, and then we are going to understand uh, management and governance. Some services are there. We are going to understand networking and content delivery. This is a major, I can say vital for any cloud provider. So once you practice with this help of 12 months free tier account, you are able to understand what is the technical names are available in AWS. The same technical names may not be available in Azure or GCP, Google Cloud. But once you understand the concept, I am going to explain the basic concept, and then what is the technical name for that basic concept? What is the technical name in AWS? It is your responsibility to enhance your skills. What is the same basic concept? What is the technical name in Azure? For example, here it is going to showcase as a VPC, Virtual Private Cloud. The same technical name, it is going to talk about basic is about networking. Networking, subnetting, firewall, and all those comes under VPC. The same basic concept, what is a service in Azure? In Azure, it is a VNet, virtual networking. So you have to practice full pledge. Here in AWS only the only cloud provider is providing 12 months free. No other cloud provider is providing this much of excellent capabilities. If you go to Azure, only you are going to get a $200 free or 1 month free. Afterwards, it is going to go as a pay-as-you-go model. You can understand the differentiation between once you understand the same concept, how to deploy a Linux server in AWS. If you are getting full-fledged, I'm able to happily deploy Linux server in AWS. The same Linux server, how it is possible in Google Cloud, how it is possible in Azure. They are also providing some free. With that free, you are in a position to navigate. So customer are choosing different cloud providers, but you need to have a one expertise cloud technology so that you are in a position to switch over any cloud technology in a easy manner. Okay. So any questions until this? Okay.
Customers will also have the same console.
Which one?
Customers will also have the same console.
Exactly. Good question. Yes.
Like
For
how
example,
they'll work to the services which we provided to them. How they
yes.
are going to request.
Okay. For example, as it is a free tier account, okay, it is going to decide. Amazon, that infrastructure, intelligent infrastructure is going to decide and connect to North Virginia, Mumbai, according to wherever it is free available. It is providing a free. Why it is providing free? It is going to showcase their expertization, that robust infrastructure, how they are performing. So they are going to make sure to connect respect to region. For example, if a customer is there, for customer, the same console, the same portal, the same services are available. But what is the difference? For example, my organization, Srinu AWS is an organization, is working from Bangalore. My users, my customers who are connecting to my website, my organizational website, all my users are sitting in India. So for India users, which is the nearest? It is Mumbai or Hyderabad. I am going to purchase a space. I am going to reserve the space. I am going to choose a place in Mumbai. So automatically, whenever the customer is going to connect, automatically the customer will be connected to Mumbai region always, because their infrastructure is hosted. They purchase the service in Mumbai region. So according to purchase, the respective region always will be connected. As it is our free tier account, it is going to switch over different wherever it is free, it is going to connect to the respective. There is no guaranteed region or guaranteed availability zone. No. In free tier account, as per AWS, it is going to connect different regions, different availability zones. Whatever the reason, whatever the availability zone it may connect, The interface is simple. The same interface, the same portal is going to be visible for every customer. Okay. They are not going to use all the services. They are going to use maybe 5 servers in EC2. For example, compute and EC2, they deployed 5 servers. They are going to be able to see that 5 servers under this particular instances. Here instances, it is 0, no services available, no matching. But for an organization, they purchased for a 5 or 100 or 1,000 instances, everything is going to display over here. Okay. Hope it is
To
clear.
deploy, you customers are going to deploy.
Okay, very good point. That's where we are going to come to an understanding the cloud basic fundamentals. What is a cloud basic fundamentals? Okay. So in cloud basic fundamentals, there is a 3 deployment models. What is the 3 deployment models? Okay. What is the 3 deployment models? Anyone? Anyone having an idea? 3 basic deployment models.
Share as a service, platform as a service,
What else?
application.
Application or there are many services are there. Basic category is this one. It is supposed to discuss tomorrow. We are going to, for example, IaaS infrastructure as a service. In infrastructure as a service, infrastructure will be provided by managed by cloud provider. Once the server is available, is customer responsibility to configure application. Okay. If the customer wants application as a service, they no need to bother about what is infrastructure, what is the operating system, what is the patch management, what is the monitoring. They no need to bother. They are going to the AWS, the public provider offerings, manage entire infrastructure, entire thing which requires for application. The customer only connects to the application. The customer not bother about what is underlying infrastructure, what is underlying operating system. No. So these are basic 3 models will be there in a cloud fundamentals. How they deploy, what customer is going to deploy, what customer is going to manage, everything. It is based on the service selection. In this AWS management console, these many services are available. Customer can choose any service, okay, according to their requirement. They need only web server, only website. They don't want to manage underlying server, underlying web application, all those things. They need only website. As soon as they type website information over here, it should appear their organization information. They don't bother about what is the underlying infrastructure. Okay. So based on the service selection, AWS is going to provide service. Clear? So here, hope you understand. We are going to, we completed successfully free tier account. With that free tier account, we understood we connected to AWS management console. Once we connect to management console, we are going to connect to one particular region. Within the region, one availability zone. For every availability zone, the services selection will be there. What service you are going to select? Okay. Under this AWS Solution Architect Associate Training course, we are going to cover the important services. I clearly mentioned what are the important services, how to deploy EC2. We are going to start with EC2, Elastic Compute Cloud, how to deploy a server. Today, I'm going to showcase one Windows server. How do we deploy and how do we connect? Okay, let's proceed to deploy one particular server. Okay, so I'm going to connect AWS Management Console. I'm there, connected to North Virginia. Whatever the action you are going to perform, please every day take a paper or take a book or take a notepad. Reason connected. Okay, it is important who are going to do practice, everyone who are interested to continue this course, please don't leave simply listening and leave it. If you practice, then only it is going to help you. Otherwise, it is waste of your time, waste of your money. If you are okay to practice, then only continue this session. Yeah, reason connected. What is the reason connected? North Virginia. You have to mention one day. What service I'm going to start? EC2. What action I'm performing? If possible, prepare a document, click on the screen captures, what action you are going to perform. Okay, I connected to North Virginia. Now click on services and click on compute. Under compute, I am going to click on EC2 service, Elastic Compute Cloud. This navigation is important. If you are using EC2 search here, this is available, but you are not in a position to understand the category. Sometimes it is very much important a live session, live practical session to interview or how you are going to implement a service. You have to select, click on services, click on compute, click on is service EC2. If you step down, if you prepare a document, it is easy to remember. Okay, write down. Now I am into that EC2 dashboard. Now how to deploy a Windows server? How to deploy a Windows server? I would like to deploy a Windows server. I don't know into bother about what is my server, what is ISO image and all those things. See how simply I'm going to deploy a Windows server. Simple clicks. It is going to take time to explain for you, but next session onwards, I'm going to complete same server deployment within 2 minutes or 1 minute. Okay, let's continue. In this AWS Management Console, you can find launch instance. You can find launch instance. I'm going to click on launch instance. As soon as you launch instance, you are going to get a dashboard information, the wizard, wherein I'm going to mention Win server, server name. I said mention as a server name as a Win server. And then next category. Here multiple categories will be there. Here, see here. These are the categories available. First I mentioned just Win server. The next one, application and OS images. What is the application and OS images? You can select OS images, Linux, Windows, SUSE, or Red Hat, whatever the operating system. Include operating system. Why we are deploying operating system? We are deploying operating system to configure a database server, to configure a web server, to install, to practice, to write a code, to write a Java code. What application is required? You need to have some Java plugin to write the code, some Python language you need to practice. Every application requires a operating system. Without operating system, you are not in a position to configure any application, right? For an operating system, what is required? To install an SUSE Linux or a Red Hat Linux or Windows operating system, to install what is required? We need to have a hardware. Without physical hardware, can I install an operating system? Without operating system, can I install an application? Without application, can I work on a specific functionality? No, right? That's where we are working on IT infrastructure. That's AWS. Simple here in this particular infrastructure. I am going to choose what application, what is the operating system. For every application, there is a requirement, pre-requirements. That application is going to work on Amazon Linux. That application is works on Windows operating system. According to application requirement, I need to choose operating system. Okay. So for example, I am choosing a Windows. Why I am choosing Windows? I am planning to install some Windows dependent application. Okay. So Windows. What OS, what version of OS? You can see here, Windows is selected and I can drop down here. There is a 2022 base is there, 2019 is available, 2016 is available. You can see at the each operating system at the end, you can find free tier eligible. Okay. Now I am going to go with the Microsoft Windows Server 2022 with SQL Server. You can see for this particular operating system and application. Is it free tier? You can see that at the end, a free tier option is not available. That means it is a chargeable. Okay, whatever the free tier is eligible, you have to choose that free tier. As my planning is to deploy a Windows server to connect. How do I connect? Without having any server, without having any physical server within my hand, without configuring anything. So it's simple setup how do we connect. I'm going to select 2022 base. Okay, no worries. Tomorrow we are going to deploy Windows and Linux together and understand the concepts again. Okay, no worries. OS is selected. Here instance type. What is the instance type? Instance type is nothing but hardware model. What is a hardware model? It is a, for example, if you go to the market, laptops will be there. Dell, Lenovo, different. Each company having a different kind of configurations. One is going to have a 4 GB memory. One it is going to have 8 GB. The same configuration here they are going to represent as different model names. Here, what is a free tier? Free tier eligible configuration. It is having a one CPU, 1 GB memory. That is model name is T2 Micro. What is the different models? We are going to see that different models are there. You can find each model what is a per hour charges also there. Each configuration 2 CPU, 4 GB memory. You can see that large configuration 4 CPU, 16 GB memory. What is the charge? Whatever the configuration, every configuration per hour basis. You no need to purchase a license. You no need to download ISO image. It is a pre-configured. Everything it is deployed and configured by Amazon. Okay, it is comes under infrastructure as a service. Whatever the service we are going to choose. Now, as I am selecting a free tier, let's go with a free tier. Now, key pair. What is a key pair? A key pair is a mechanism. This server is configured. Already OS is configured, installed, and pre-configured. To log into that server, I need to have a username and password, right? So I don't know what is the username and password configured for that particular server, for that particular image operating system. How to log in? That's where they are going to provide an option to create a key pair. That particular system, whatever pre-configured, we selected Windows and 2022 base operating system is selected. That system already installed. That having configured already one kind of password. How to get that password? That mechanism is assembled with a key pair. We are going to create a key pair. That means public key will be there in that operating system. Here we are going to create a private key. Once a public key and private key matches together, it is going to decrypt. It is going to get a password to enter into the system. So it is a key pair creation is very important. So I am going to mention is win key and date I am going to mention 28th September. So PEM extension, what is a PPK extension? We are going to discuss tomorrow. I am selecting PEM extension, create a key pair. Key pair is selected. Next, network settings. As soon as I'm expanding network settings, it is going to by default allow RDP traffic from anywhere. What is anywhere? What is RDP traffic? It is going to sitting at Bangalore. I'm deploying a server in North Virginia, which is in US, and one of the US region. I'm deploying a server, Windows server, sitting from Bangalore. I'm connecting to the server. How easily I'm going to connect? It is allowing with this network configuration. Okay, leave this. What is a configuration storage? The operating system, it is already configured. It is having a 30 GB storage. So leave that 30 GB storage. That's it. What selections I did? Just mention the server name. Next, Windows Server selected, Windows operating system, OS version selected. Next, instant hardware configuration selected, and password mechanism selected. Networking, leave it as a default. Storage is leave it as a default. Rest all leave it as default. How much time it is going to take? Just not even 2 minutes. Just launch instance. The server is it deploying. Where it is deploying? I'm sitting in Bangalore. I'm deploying the server in North Virginia data center availability zone. The server is deploying. See here, successfully initiated launch of instance. Here, what is an instance? The technical name of server in AWS. It is going to represent as an instance. Instance is nothing but a server. What kind of server? Is it a physical server? Is it a virtual server? Definitely it is a virtual server. EC2 is nothing but a virtual server in the cloud infrastructure. Okay, the same virtual server here it is representing as a technical name instance. Where this instance is nothing but a server, virtual server. What kind of virtual server? As I am installing Windows, I am calling it as a Windows instance, Windows server. What version? Windows 2022 server, 2022 instance. The technical names, how we are going to use, we need to use the technical names whenever you are working on a specific platform. Okay, let's go with, I'm going to go with services again, compute, EC2. Now already deployed one instance. You can see that earlier here everything you can see 0, 0, 0, 0. Now everything's having some different numbers here. You can see in different numbers. Previously it is everything is 0, 0. Now we are in numbers. So what we need to do? Click on instances running. Whatever the instance we deployed, that Win server, it is listed over here. Now we need to connect this instance. How do we connect? How to get the password? You can see that it is status check. It is showing as a initialization. Okay. Once the status check is completed as a succeeded, we can proceed with. It is going to showcase a status check as a 2x2/past. We have to wait until that time. It is going to take 2 minutes to 5 minutes of time to complete the deployment, and it is to deploy the server, and it is going to validate, perform the health check, and make the server is available for our connectivity purpose. So whoever is connecting from office, for example, you are connecting to office and working during the working hours, you thought of do a practice. Some office organizations are not allowed to connect whatever the server you are deploying in a cloud. You are not in a position to connect. So you need to switch over to your mobile hotspot network to connect this server from office. Some office networks are not going to allow to connect cloud servers.
Can I do this on office laptop on my private network?
Yes, it is not going to harm anything because you are not installing any application. You are accessing browser based.
Okay.
Don't install any third-party applications on Office laptop. We are connecting, we are performing everything on a browser based. So you are there in your home network, you can safely connect. Yeah,
I mean, of course, they can track the browser too. I mean, if it is phishing or
it is
spam, yeah.
because it is an essential for organizational individual development plan. You
Yeah.
have to showcase your learning opportunity. the cloud technology you are going to learn. So it is not going to come under phishing or spam or anything. Even they verify access history. You can use private browser incognito mode. Whatever the browser you are using, you can go use incognito mode or private browser so that the history is not going to be visible. Even you are using regular browser also not an issue. You can showcase I am learning the cloud technology. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
it is not going to consider as a third party. Okay.
Yeah.
So see, status check, 2 batch checks passed. Now we are ready to connect this server. How easily we are going to connect? The server is located in North Virginia, US. I'm sitting in Bangalore at my home. So what are the details I need? To connect any server, we need an application. So what is application to connect Windows server? Anyone? What application we need?
It's RDC. There
RDP.
is
RDP.
there is already a built-in application with Windows. We can do RDC
Yes,
and
exactly.
HTC as well.
Remote desktop connection RDC, we can say that you can type in search mart remote desktop connection RDC. It is going to work on RDP protocol. So I'm going to open this. Now, so what are details required? I need an IP address or server name and username and password. 3 details are required. So I have an application. Every laptop, you have that default application remote desktop connection. You can use or MSTC remote terminal service client you can use. Okay, once you have, we have to mention IP address or host name, right? And then username, you can mention username and password. Where to get username and password, that is important. So where to get IP address?
It should be available in the Amazon on console you are accessing AWS console. Like you
Yes.
It's there
created
on
a
the IPv4.
Yes.
you cre-
See
yeah, you,
here, as soon as if I remove this checkbox, I am not getting any details. As soon as I select this, I am going to get a details screen, status and alarms, monitoring, security, networking, storage. No need to go all these details. Under the details section, you will find a public IP address and private IP address. Now, which IP address I need to choose to connect?
public IP.
Why not private?
I don't know the concept behind networking, but public IP, is by 100% should go. It should be used.
See here, what is a cloud? What is a cloud? A cloud, simple basic terminology is using service over the internet. Using a specific service over the internet is nothing but a cloud technology. What service you are going to use? That service will be configured with a public IP. What is a public IP? The public IP address. That networking is having a IP address configuration information, private IP address, public IP address. We are going to talk about this private and public IP address in VPC. First of all, we are going to use public IP. Private IP is only available, only connect accessible within the organization. This private IP we can't access from outside. What is outside? Private IP is internal communication. Public IP over the internet we can access the service. That's the reason we are going to use public IP as an IP address information. Yes, I collected the IP address. If you want to have this, we can have this IP address or host name. What is a host name? See here, DNS, FQDN, fully qualified domain name. Whereas private also is available, it is only internal usage case. So if you want to system name to be used, you can copy this host name also. Okay. Now IP address is available to connect. Now how to get the username and password? There, as soon as you click on select that server, there is an option is connect option is available on the top. You can click on connect, wherein you can find a session manager RDP client. I'm going to click on RDP client. I'm going to explain what is a session manager, what is a EC2 serial console in tomorrow session. RDP client. Under RDP client, you will find default username. That is administrator. I am going to copy username administrator. What is the password? How to get the password? See here, there is an option of get password option. Click on get password. Once you click on get password, whatever the key pair, private key we generated, we are going to attach that private key by browsing. I downloaded that private key. As soon as you create, it is going to download and that file will be available under your download folder. You select that. And once you select that respective key, whatever the key you generated during the deployment, if you select any other key, you are not in a position to decrypt the password. As soon as it is the right key, you are able to get the password. Copy this password, paste it here. Let me connect. Sorry. Click on connect. Yes, username. What is the username? Administrator is a username. What is the password? Complete password. That's it. Simply sitting at a remote location and at home, I'm able to connect a service over the internet. That is a cloud service. That is a public provider, public cloud. AWS is a public cloud. I'm able to connect over the internet to a service, a server service. I'm using IaaS as an infrastructure as service. I'm successfully connected to a Windows server. In this Windows server, if it is a Windows administrator, you can practice Active Directory, you can practice web server configuration, you can practice DHCP, whatnot. Is this server is available in any manner? If you want to deploy this server in your infrastructure, you need to have a system, you need to have a ISO image, you need to have a license key and all those things. But AWS is providing 12 months free, each month 750 hours. Whatever the practice, I deployed the server, just not even 1 hour completed. For every 1 hour, it is going to charge. What is the charge? It is going to charge me after free tier. We are going to see in tomorrow session. So the server is deployed. Now server is not working some reason. So simple. I'm going to go back to the console. Whatever the server I deployed, I'm going to go here. Whatever the instance it is showing here, I'm going to instance it, terminate server. That's it. Gone. That server it is not going to charge me anything. The server is deployed and deleted also, terminated also. Okay. So this is a way we are going to practice in our session. In tomorrow onwards, every session, it is a live session. I'm going to showcase all the practicals only, very limited theory. Whenever it is required, I'm going to talk about theory. It is not kind of boring. It is a make sure your interaction is very, very important because you are going to learn the topics. I'm here to guide you how easily to implement to choose a service. Okay. So
Um, I
yes, please.
have a question, Srinivas. So
Yes.
in real time, so this is how we get requests from the customers that they need to, run a code, they need to deploy an application or practice something, and they request us an environment for us, and then we deploy the server.
Yes. For example, the customer is going to configure. They says that I need a web server. Okay. So web server deployment application team is going to come into picture. They need to configure web server. So application team is raise a request to the infrastructure team. Please create a Windows server. Please create a Linux server. So customer, according to customer request, the build book is going to come into picture. According to build book, we are going to deploy the server as per the requirement. If it is a server, we are going to deploy server. If it is a service, we can configure the service and give it to the customer.
So once user completes that whatever things he wants to do, and then he need to terminate it or we need to terminate.
In live environment, there is no concept of termination. Okay, because the live server is having a server data. Okay, here we are deploying and terminating to do practice again and again. If you deploy server and leave it for 750 hours, where you are going to get a deployment practice. Okay, we are going to enhance our skills in a different directions. What actions to be performed, what actions should not perform, everything we are going to learn in day-to-day learning process. Yeah.
Okay.
So any questions for today's
Uh,
topic?
yes, before concluding this session, I do just have a question like uh, the image you created, you it already uh, built-in ISO image, right? So, are you going to teach us how we can create our own ISO image, and then using that ISO image, are you going to teach us how can we create the DC2 instance also, or we are going to teach only the available instance on Amazon AWS services only?
Very good point. Very good point. AMI, Amazon Mission Image. That is here the templates. What are the templates we are going to use in a regular traditional environment? The templates name, the technical name here, it is Amazon Mission Image. That Amazon Mission Image predefined templates are there with applications and different configurations. If you want to create, we are going to practice how to recover a system, how to create our own Amazon Mission Image, the same template. Amazon Mission Image is nothing but a template. How do we create our own template according to our organization configuration? Yes, we can create. Okay, we are going to practice that also.
Just one last question, Srinivas.
Yes,
So
please.
right now, this and all we are doing it on a console without any hardware, without any physical hardware. So how is this connected to the database? Like who is going to monitor there? How that to an that connection happens?
What database you are talking about?
Like whatever we did, it is
Mhm.
connected to that database, right? Which is there in Virginia.
Not database, it is infrastructure, it
I
is
mean, yeah,
virtualization.
infrastructure. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So here, that cloud provider is providing without managing physical infrastructure, we are not in a position to deploy any virtual server. So they are providing the background IT infrastructure by using the front end application tools. We are clicking on launch instant. It is writing a code in the background, and that code will be executed with an automation manner and deploy that server. Whatever the action you are going to perform, everything will be recorded because they provided as a free tier access. We are utilizing that service. Everything will be recorded, how much utilization you are going to do, everything it is going to showcase in your portal itself. I'm going to showcase in tomorrow what is our utilization. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So this is a today's topic. So final reminder about if you are happy with this particular training module and you would like to continue, please log on to www.logiclabstech.com, wherein click on upcoming batches. Once you click on upcoming batches, you will find that AWS Solution Architect. I have been teaching AWS Solution Architect and VMware virtualization as well. This batch is also starting on 30th September, Monday onwards. It is a 5 days, Monday to Friday. So coming to this batch 356, once you are happy, please proceed to complete the payment. If you are happy with this demonstration, please refer your friends. The recorded link will be uploaded to YouTube. That YouTube link will be shared on WhatsApp community. Please share with your friends, and if they are happy, they can continue, they can join. These sessions are available in YouTube, the first two sessions. Third session onwards, first and whatever the sessions we performed today onwards, every session, recorded session will be available on LMS Graphy portal. In YouTube, only first 2 sessions will be uploaded for everyone. Okay. So once you are happy, please log on to upcoming by logiclabstechnologies.com, click on upcoming batches, wherein you will have a payment link. Click on that payment link and buy the course. While completing the buy course, please cross verify for what batch you are making the payment. So please make sure batch number 356 and the trainer name is Srinivas, and click on buy course. If you find any difficulties to complete the payment, please reach our support team, that Logic Lab support team, available to serve you at any point of time. They are available on WhatsApp communication, and you can send a mail if you have difficulties, anything. Yeah. Thanks for all your participation. See you tomorrow to continue the session. Thank you all.
Thank you,
Have a great
Srinivas.
day. Yeah.
You
Bye.
too.
Hi,
Bye.
Srinivas, I have one question. Sorry
Yes,
about
please.
that.
Yes, no problem.
Could you show how to terminate the instance one more time?
Yes. See here, this Windows server is deployed. Yeah. And this, once the server instance is available, you can find this instant state on the, okay. You need to select this checkbox. Okay. Once you select the checkbox, click on instant state. Drop down is there, right? In the arrow mark, you can click on this arrow mark. Once you click on this arrow mark, you will find a terminate instance. Okay. You just click on the terminate instance, it will be terminated. What is the difference
Thank you.
between a terminate and stop? We are going to discuss tomorrow. Yeah. This is a terminate
you.
instance. That's it. Yeah. Any other questions, please, before concluding today? Okay, thank you all. Have a great day. See you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.